I feel like I'm channeling Don right now. You're missing Don tonight, so I'm going to be Don. No, I'm not.
It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
That was good. No,
So
you're
far,
on
so
a
good,
roll
yeah.
here.
I'm a real detective guy.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Hi.
There we go.
That was nice. I feel like we could use some music though. Can we add music? We've never done music with the hay, but I think something we could give it a little
You want
more.
me to?
Yeah,
Like, what
something.
genre
yacht
do
rock?
you want to do?
We're not taking music advice from the chat.
Euro
Nonsense right there.
Actually, we can all agree on reggae today though.
Yeah,
'cause
we
I gotta
did.
tell you.
Today was National Reggae Day.
Oh, is that what it was?
Reggae every day.
In my head, it was.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Michelle agrees. Do you agree?
Oh yeah, it was reggae day here.
Yeah.
Finally.
It's
reggae day every day.
About like an hour ago, it was really reggae day.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Still feeling the effects of reggae.
I like your style.
Oh, yeah. It's legal. I never locked anybody up for weed.
There you
We were
go.
told not to lock anybody up for weed. Honest to God.
Yeah, well, I believe that. In
No
New York.
room.
Yeah, I love it.
Because in the Bronx, if you lock somebody up for weed in the Bronx, they would. There was one time I had to lock the guy up because he was throwing hefty bags out the window.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you can't let that slide.
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
dude,
take
come
one
on.
bag and then,
yeah,
put the other
so
stuff in
after
for
we
evidence.
smoked it.
So,
But I
Michelle-
remember the sergeant at Central Booking was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean weed? It better be a lot of weed." And I'm like, "Dude, it is. It's like fucking 2 pounds. It's the kind where you have. It's the tree." They used to tell you they had to give you visuals, so they would be like, the only time you lock somebody up for weed is if it's like a tree. So like, okay, and that's what we did.
Yeah, 2 trees.
2 trees.
It was a shitload of weed, man. It was a cute
2
poor
trees,
bastard.
20 years.
How much time did he get?
Probably nothing. It was in the Bronx. You can kill somebody and get away with it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's seriously.
I think we had some new laws like that passed in Chicago.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
Illinois.
Which
I
one
think-
do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's great
The one
because
for
it's
the
like the city's
carjacking where
back.
you can't.
City's
Oh, yeah, the
you can get away
car-
with
Yeah.
murder.
Chase, yeah.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want now.
That's so Chicago. Like in
It
Austin,
is.
you can camp out. In Chicago, you can steal cars.
You
No
steal
big deal.
cars. Can't get in trouble for stealing cars.
Chicago is like nasty. I went to Chicago to do comedy and stuff. And let me tell you something. I was on the train back and there was these fellas that I didn't fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
I
they
think
let
you
me
can
know
fit
it.
anywhere you go. I have
Yeah,
a
I
feeling
think you
about
can hold your own for sure.
Yeah.
Well, but I am, but that was kind of stupid because they stared at me and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Right.
I'm not in New York. Yeah, that wasn't cool, man. Thank God they didn't do anything. And it was 7:00 in the morning.
Where did
too.
you perform in Chicago?
It was a comedy festival. This was years ago. It was a comedy festival. I can't even think of the name of it. It was like, but it was right by the lake. But it was actually in a nicer part of Chicago. Right
Zanies?
by the.
No, it was probably an outdoor thing. Probably by Navy Pier or something.
It wasn't Zanies. It wasn't a club. It was like.
Oh, it was. Okay.
But probably not by the pier though.
They rented a place out in like a theater or something like
Oh,
that.
right
It was
on.
a
Should we
theater.
keep guessing all night
Yeah.
until we get
It's a whole interview.
Sure,
The best part is she doesn't even know either. We probably already got it right. We just don't know.
I only went there because I wanted to go to Second City and see Second
Yes.
City.
right on.
Second City's
Did you get
awesome.
there?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
that was the best. That's what made it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
it's a
know?
great
Fun
spot.
time.
So we didn't get a proper introduction and everything. So this is Michelle Durante, and tell us a little bit about yourself and what you got going on and where you're from and all that stuff. Fill us in a little bit.
I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm a retired detective from the NYPD, and
You know Sipowicz or no? I love that guy.
That guy has
No,
he
no,
did it
you
right.
get that question all the time, don't you?
Did you know Mikey Dowd? That's the question.
dude, that guy, what a piece of.
Were you in the 7-5 at all or no?
No, I was always in the Bronx, but that's a very telling story.
You know what I'm talking about?
Because he was a Showtime documentary.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite documentaries. It's great.
It's actually a very telling story because it shows how, and it's true. I had a guest on my podcast, the very first guest. I did it for a reason. it shows how the department would try to cover up. They don't want to hear about corruption. They don't. And he just was buck wild crazy, though, that guy.
What he was able to get away with, him and his crew, Kenny and Chicky and all those, you couldn't write that stuff. The whole thing was just seemed like a joke, but it was.
And the best part is like that guy, the perp Chicky, the Dominican guy.
Yeah.
He's like every guy I've dealt with in the Bronx. Like I know how he is, and he's actually a very good businessman. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's
for
like,
sure.
see how he was very slick, you know?
Yep, yeah.
But what a piece of garbage. They all turned on each other.
Yeah, it was wild. It's great. If you haven't watched it, these guys, you guys.
I have
check
no
that out.
idea
It's
what
awesome.
we're talking
No,
about.
no,
but I love it. I don't want to interrupt because it sounds interesting.
It's great. No, it's great.
Can we talk about Sipowicz? Let me ask you something.
Who's Sipowicz now?
Were you
NYPD Blue
with the
short
department
shorts.
when Sipowicz was working over there or no?
Yeah, actually, yeah. And Ricky Schroeder, too. He came
shit. Oh, yeah,
Silver
yeah.
Spoon himself.
Yeah, he's arguing about masks now. He's got a whole new job. But Sipowicz,
Dude, he knocked somebody out.
yeah, he's fighting Costco employees over there.
Oh, is he? Shit.
Yeah.
See, everybody leaves the NYPD and then goes on to bigger and better
He
things.
had that train in his house when he was a kid. Man, I love. I'm out of that
Yeah,
train.
yeah.
I like this
Yeah.
bed, race car bed.
Yeah, he had the race car bed.
So did all the cops love Sipowicz though, or no? Tell me, because I'm curious. He just seemed like he'd be like a poster boy. No?
Yeah. Actually, I forget that show. He was it was a good show.
Yeah.
I forget him, but yeah, he was like, he always had the short sleeves. He
Yeah,
dressed
short sleeve with a tie.
he dressed like a bad cop, you know? Like you can tell, I should have said a bad cop. He dressed like a cop, but he had a horrible wardrobe.
Right.
Spending perfect.
For a while, after I retired, I worked in a department store. I worked in Macy's, and I worked in the men's department. And this guy came in, and he was getting fitted for a suit. So I said, what's it for? And so he said, I'm getting promoted to lieutenant. So I said, well, I'll tell you what, don't cut the tags. You know what I'm saying? And just in case, or he was getting interviewed to be for a bureau, like to be like in charge of like a really prestigious unit. And I go, don't cut the tags. And then if they see it, say, boss, I can't afford this suit. I have to bring it back if I don't get this spot. You know, we just laughing and everything. You know.
Oh shit.
And Michelle's got an interesting going on. She does stand up. I've seen some of your stand up. It's great. But you also have like we'll bring the comedy to you type deal, right? And is this
the
what
Pink
the Pink Flamingo is?
comedy.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that.
So what we do is, especially during COVID, I had a lot of like comedians. We did a lot of Zoom shows, virtual shows, and it was nice because I was able to reconnect with a lot of comedians, and I thought it sorted out. It evened out the playing field, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You saw who was working and being creative during the pandemic.
Makes
For
sense.
a comedian, you see who was working, who started a podcast, who was making something. So I got a bunch of them on there. And what we do is what I really like is like backyards or like in somebody's house. Really, those were the gigs that everybody hated.
Yeah, but those gotta be the most fun because you can say whatever you want back there.
Well, you can, but you can't. But the thing of it is that they are fun and they're very hard to do. But I'm trying to film like this little documentary and just see how pathetic it is. Like whatever means necessary to do comedy.
I love it. Yeah, I love the concept.
So
That's
you'll
great.
come out for any small event, any venue, anything?
Oh yeah, the other night I was in Brooklyn and I had a show. My friend Kendra was running a show, and it was on the street corner. What happened was I got to the gig early.
Dude, I gotta tell you.
And the restaurant goes, I go, you got a comedy show, right, coming up? And the waitress goes, no. So I text Kendra. I said, listen, the waitress says there's no comedy show. She goes, she's such a jerk, So Kendra gets there, right? And sure enough, oh yeah. Oh. See, the inside, we need the aisle clear because this was like just still the mask mandates,
Oh, no.
And I got screamed at by the bartender. She's like, put your mask on. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I just want to, all right, I'm going to go eat. I don't know. And anyway, so we had the show outside and it was great because I had the red light. So I was just doing it to the guy in the red light. Yeah. So it can be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, it can be a lot of fun. So that's what we're trying to do. And we'll do backyards. We'll do, anything. And I pick comedians that they're funny, and some of them have been on HBO and Showtime, whatever. But more importantly, these are people that, you can travel with.
You gotta be funny. We've had a few so-called comedians on the show, and
Yeah, not very funny.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
sometimes
it's hard, right?
It is hard. I mean, there's a stage act and there's a everyday act, and
Right.
there's a difference.
Should we
Yeah.
give Michelle our old go-to question?
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell us a joke and make us laugh.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right.
You ever heard that one? Maybe that's why the comedians were.
Well,
You don't have to, really.
No, yeah, we're just fucking with you.
Nobody's ever
was,
done it, I don't think.
No, no one ever does.
I was at the gay bar and we were watching Jeopardy,
I love Jeopardy.
Yeah.
right? And the question was sexy material that sexy women's lingerie is made of.
Silk.
Lace.
And we all yelled out, "What is flannel?"
I like the what is. Gotta say
Oh,
the
you
what
gotta
is.
say what is.
You
You
did
messed
say
it
it
up.
properly.
Yep.
We should do the Pink Flamingo here in our studio on Wednesday.
Well, we won't be here.
You guys travel?
I think we're off next Wednesday.
Just said
Two
Yeah, we'll
Wednesdays.
travel.
she'll bring the comedy to you.
Really?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, any gig, anytime,
You know what I
anywhere.
want to do? I want to have her follow my kids around school and make fun of other kids. You never get bullied. You bring a comedian with you. You bring a comedian
She
with you.
loves
Just sit quietly till you got something mean to say about other kids. I would absolutely fucking love that.
You think your father's really your father?
That's what I'm talking about. It's a fucking mic drop every time. You would
You
kill
were a
it. Listen,
mistake.
you would kill it at the middle school, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's my demographic.
That's great.
I babysit my niece and nephew, and they're like 3 and 1.
They never talk
we were-
around you, do they? They just walk away.
Shit their pants.
No, there was this one girl. She was like, she wouldn't leave my niece alone. She was tiny, and I was like, back off! What do I gotta do?
They're just such easy targets. Like I would love to just walk around and just.
Your kid is needy. Get your kid away from my niece, please.
Awesome, Michelle. Well, thank you so much for jumping
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah, it was
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much
Great
for
talking with
having
you as
me.
well.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep an eye on what you're up to.
Yeah, say hi to Sipowicz. Love that guy. I do. I love that guy. I don't know if you know this,
I
but
think you left Michelle speechless with that comment. She didn't know what to say.
Me myself, I like Kim Delaney. You know what I'm saying?
So do I.
And
Yeah.
I liked her when she was on All My Children, when she played Jenny on All My Children.
Yeah.
listen, honestly,
I agree with you. I'm not agreeing with Sipowicz.
she didn't age well though. She made a couple of comebacks on NYPD Blue, and she didn't look
Oh,
good.
yeah, she liked a cocktail a little too much.
Yeah.
With Sipowicz in real life. She has a
It's
few
like-
D's.
you know, the sad truth is Sipowicz aged better than Kim Delaney.
I know. She
Yeah, but he
has
was
a
only
few,
26 on that
Yeah.
show. He looked like he was about 70.
He had nowhere to go but up.
She had a few cocktails along the way.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know?
Who
Nothing
doesn't?
wrong with that, but yeah, you know. Hey, it all works.
It all
Works
works.
out. Great, Michelle. Well, thank you
Thank
so
you
chatting
much.
with
so
you.
much
Thanks
for
for
staying up
calling in.
late.
It was great talking to you.
Have a great
thank
summer.
you so much, guys.
Stay
Awesome.
funny.
Have a good
Hey,
night.
thanks for grabbing a Fiddly shirt. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
this
is
is
great.
cool.
Good to
This
see
year.
you.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta,
That's very
gotta show
nice of you.
support, right?
Yeah, that's
I
great.
appreciate it.
If everybody you had on the show bought a shirt,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
great.
Thank you. Yeah.
So here's the problem.
We're live.
I don't know if we're live.
Are we really?
Yeah, and I
not being able to hear everything.
yeah, I was just gonna say I
This
gotta.
is weird.
This is
old
weird.
school.
So I gotta tell you this.
We'll make it happen,
Couple things. This is gonna be a weird session, everyone.
It is.
Number one,
Let's get it out of the way before the girls come back.
we're in the Outer
Great
Banks.
idea. Shut the door.
Number one, we're in the Outer Banks.
Fuck yeah.
Beautiful out here. Nags
Very
Head.
lovely.
Nags Head. Right on the beach. Second thing is,
Wait, is the town called Nag's Head or is my wife the Nag Head?
Oh, she a naghead?
It's actually both. All of the above.
With the wife.
All of the above.
That's a goddamn sick burn.
Coming out swinging.
You'll hear her later, and you decide for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yo, yeah.
And if you're lucky, it'll be like that night she finished the full bottle of wine.
I want to thank you guys for going stingray fishing with us. I thought we were going fishing for something else.
Did I forget to tell you guys it was a stingray expedition we were going on today?
Holy shit.
9 stingrays.
The guy wouldn't leave. We went through so many
Fiddly
stingrays.
Dave.
We went through Fiddly Dave. He is not Fiddly Dave.
No, he's Fiddly Stingray.
You know, yeah, he's Fiddly fuck himself.
But we did.
He made me go. There were so many stingrays.
There were. You know what? But the best thing that came out of today was Stingray Steve. We finally got Steve's true identity.
We did. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But what I want to really say is this is going to be a whole different type of episode
Yeah.
tonight.
Well, this wood room. We're in a wood
Oh
room.
my gosh, we are.
We're in a wood room.
The wood room.
Everything in here is wood.
And
With boats.
my
With ducks.
voice feels different in the wood room. It brings a lot of rich mahogany out of it.
It does. I feel like we should all have smokers jackets on
We
right
should.
now.
In this
Seriously.
room, we should.
And be smoking a pipe.
I have a fucking feeling you guys are making fun of me losing my voice.
No.
I think this is
one's making
that's
fun
what
of
you
you.
guys are saying.
We're enjoying
But here's the thing. This is what I want to say. We've got another appearance by Lindsay.
Hey, y'all.
There is nothing like Fiddly Lynn's.
Hey! That's a lot of haze.
a whole lot of haze.
I'm going to tell you, this is our second appearance. It's so great to have you back.
It is. I hope it's as good as her first appearance.
Thanks for having me, y'all. And I'm going to hone in on Brian's smooth jazz 95.9 voice.
Ooh, 95.9, huh?
Hold on a second. There's some goddamn smooth jazz.
Yeah.
Big smooth jazz guy.
Jazz hands.
I feel like we're in the Pulp Fiction scene right now.
I feel too in this goddamn wood room.
The wood room, smooth jazz.
Story of my life
She's taking us on an
is
adventure.
Royale with cheese.
where
Fear
did
and
all the
Loathing and the
ladies go?
OBX.
Oh, they're gone.
What happened?
They're gone.
Why
You know
did
what's
they
nice about
all
this,
leave?
though?
They're
We
scared.
finally got the group we want in here.
Right.
Yeah, we
This
kicked
is
everybody
the
else
group.
out. So I think I'm going to go maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day.
In the ocean?
I'm going to get some, they call those things where you go and you bring things home to people.
Souvenirs.
Souvenirs! It's a great game. You guys are fantastic.
Let me guess.
Complete this sentence.
Let me guess. You're a big souvenir guy.
Souvenir guy.
I tell you,
Huge souvenirs.
it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be fantastic.
Here's what we're going to do.
I can't wait. Here's what we're going to do. We got to go OBX. Got to get some t-shirts.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe some sand bottles.
Sand in the
bottles. Sand bottles.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Who
Oh,
doesn't
we
like
got
some
more people
sand
coming
bottles?
in. Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, come on in. Come and enjoy yourself.
Two new guests into the wood room of the OBX.
That was a great radio voice.
Great.
I have nothing else.
That was very proper. You can do it. So I need to turn it over. What 99 are you doing over there, Billy
Whipped
Brian?
cream.
Which one?
Whipped cream. Ooh. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a party bucket.
You did.
Everything's 99 proof. Yeah.
Courtesy of the 99 brand.
Yep. It's lovely.
It is. There's a lot of good flavors in here. Root beer.
Blackberry.
You had a sip of your 99 coconuts, yeah? That was
Oh my God, that is great.
She's got a good
She does. Who knew?
She does.
Say that. Espresso coffee.
Whoa. She's perfect for the mahogany
Can
room.
you stop this?
This is great.
This is pillow talk, and I don't want to share this with anybody.
Yes, this is for you.
Cinnamon. Peaches.
Oh, God damn it, stop. I'm done. I'm going to bed.
Coconut.
Stingray Steve just put a blanket over himself now.
Good
Something's
night.
going on. We We also have Fiddly Don's other half here. Would you like to say hello?
You're famous.
Is this the Helen? Do we have the Helen?
We have the Helen.
Are we okay to say that?
I think so.
All right, before Don comes back,
Helen's
let's
been all
interview
over.
Helen real quick. Here.
Yeah.
Just talk.
Oh, am I supposed to act like Don?
I hope
Yes. Yes, act like Don.
So Helen, tell us, what is life like with Don?
No, with
It's
Fiddly
all
Don.
that and more.
Yeah.
not. Whoa.
Oh.
And a bag of chips.
He said a bag of chips if you didn't hear that.
Oh, that and a bag of chips.
There it is.
By the way,
Oh, the best voice in the room is back. Welcome back to Mahogany.
Those were for Helen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is the situation. You have been drinking spring water. Your lives are about to change because now you're drinking purified water. There will be an aftertaste in your mouth every time you take a drink because the spring water
in your mouth is what she said.
Thank you.
The aftertaste
Completing my sentence.
in your mouth. There's gonna be no aftertaste There's no aftertaste in my mouth. I'm not doing spring roll.
It's not good.
This regular water tastes delicious as well.
Yeah, because you've been drinking spring water.
You think so?
Just wait, Don.
Really?
Your world is about to change.
Where the hell did I get this spring water from?
Your vacation is ruined.
We bought
it's now
it.
purifier.
That's what you've been drinking.
Purified water.
Really? I've been drinking spring water this whole time?
You're welcome.
You look much younger because of that as well.
You know what? I almost
It's the
feel
olive oil.
You're glowing.
I'm going to tell you, this is weird. Nikki's very quiet. I don't quite understand any of this. This is all we had to
Never
do.
happened.
This is all we had to do.
This many years of marriage.
I've been waiting. I mean, this is it.
We finally cracked the
Right.
grill.
We just had to walk around saying shit's recording.
Yes.
We don't even have to have mics. We had to.
Shh, everybody stop.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what you're going to hear from her when the mic. This is great.
I had to go shopping today.
You did.
Yeah. The legs weren't feeling it. So what I do? Got in the goddamn cart, the electric cart. What do you do with the electric cart when you're done? Because I wasn't, do I park it again? Do I take it out to the cart corral?
That was the best part. You parking that thing back in the slot.
That was Austin Powers
There was
3.0.
17 guests waiting to get
People waited to come in, and they waited for me to park this thing.
Typically, you take it to your car because you need to get to
You
your
go
car.
out to your car with it? Then I wasn't sure it was going to rain. Do I just leave the damn thing in the corral?
No, you have to park it. It has the cutest backup beep.
It does.
It was like, no,
Very
not
polite.
that annoying. It was
Oh.
like, beep, beep.
No, what it said is, excuse me. Yeah. Hey, I'm tapping you.
It's a whole new thing for you.
Here's the thing. The reason I did it, and usually it's the same with parking and handicap. I will never park in handicap, never do all that stuff. But when I saw today that there was literally 10.
There were so many.
There were so many 10. There were so many electric scooters. And they're not
There were a lot.
scooters, but go-karts.
Easy goes.
The goddamn go-karts. They are supermarket go-karts.
For you, yes.
Supermarket Coke.
They are.
Well, we got a new episode name.
We should have our own supermarket suite. We should. Why are we doing this?
So I get in this damn thing. And it's a lot. Let me tell you. It's a lot harder than you think.
Oh,
You can't just take this
the
thing
old
and
man.
go.
Nope.
There's a whole goddamn training course.
There's a lot to it.
There's a lot to it. So I started going.
He
I
didn't have
pressed,
a permit, so they made him go to a side room and pass his test.
I hit somebody's heels. Yeah, no, I did
He
not.
does now.
So if I
Hey,
fell off.
now he does. He passed the
It's not a
test.
goddamn jet ski. Listen, if you fall off and that shit ghost rides, it's the way it goes. It may go into the pairs. I don't fucking know.
Ghost riding.
It's ghost riding. It's ghost riding right into the goddamn produce section.
He was dancing through the milk aisle next to his cart. It was interesting.
There were some looks
Can I
too.
bonk you on the head with
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Anything above shoulder level, he could not grab. But anything below shoulder level, he was just pushing in his cart.
You were his assistant, right?
I was like his grandma Come on, this way.
Get that one.
No.
Lucky Charms off the top.
You were like his grandson.
I was just gonna say
The grandma was in the cart.
You're
Whatever
my
you wanna call me,
able-bodied.
You're my
I was the able-bodied in this situation,
You're my
making sure
able-bodied
he was
grandson.
going where he needs to go.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't have seen all this beer if it wasn't for you. So the best is we're going through looking for beer, and I couldn't
Can I
see
hit
anything.
a pause button?
Yeah.
Ja and I were so concerned about getting kicked out. We ditched you.
You 100% did.
But
We
Steve
totally
was
left
in it to win it.
No. And you know why? Because Steve, we went.
I was like his live camera following him,
You were. This is great.
documenting everything that he was doing.
I wasn't sure if I should embrace it or I was like,
Listen, the bottom line is
Head
you are not kicking out somebody in an electric scooter.
I think with complete nonsense like that, you have to embrace it and then just laugh the entire time.
the problem is he was skipping into the grocery store. So nobody bought this, that he needed a
I
handicap
did.
cart.
I was stretching.
He was. He actually ran a 40-yard dash right into the door.
It may have been mental, not physical.
You know what? That's a fair point. You know what? You made me feel better about everything that happened today now. Thank you.
I was tapping watermelons.
That was awesome.
I picked up a potato. So Helen.
You should have seen him testing the
hold on a
produce.
second. I did two things. She
You
made
hear
me
what
right
happened?
on.
They offered you a job as a produce tester on your way out.
As a welcomer.
They did. You should have seen him testing the produce.
Yeah. So I did picked up one potato. Just checked it.
You thumped
Because we needed
No, I
potatoes.
put the potato down.
We needed potatoes.
Nobody
inspecting.
did. Nobody needs a goddamn potato. But then I picked up a watermelon. And I started thumping it and put it back. Didn't like it. And kept driving.
The thump wasn't good
His
enough.
technique was unbelievable.
What was wrong with that watermelon? That's been bugging me.
Yes, that's a good question.
Didn't have the same. Usually when you hit it, you can hear the ocean.
Oh. That's a fair point.
You didn't get that.
Yeah.
That one didn't have it.
Watermelons don't grow near ocean.
These ones do.
Yeah. We're right here in the Outer Banks.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. This fucking thing just grew right here.
Apparently, we got to educate some people at the table.
Obviously, people don't know geography.
Nope.
It's not my problem.
It was a little seed when we moved in.
Yeah. And by the way, when I did this, everybody's like, holy shit, the person in the electronic scooter is doing this. They all started banging on the fucking thing too. They're like, is this what we should be doing? They picked up the potatoes.
The lemmings just started hitting them.
Yeah. They looked, it was fantastic.
Finish your thought on this scooter.
All right. So I got to get through this goddamn scooter thing. So a couple things. Obviously, we already talked about the problems with the scooter, right? You can't see above shoulder fucking level. I felt like I was Webster the whole goddamn time.
Wait
Are you
a
allowed
minute,
to say
you were
that? Is
Webster?
that?
But did you hide in a clock?
I could have. With this goddamn thing, by the time I was done with it, I could have gone everywhere. It was great.
You had a stairway to a
Mike.
Elevator thing.
So
unknown.
The elevator.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
And then he called her ma'am.
They obviously
That
did not
was
listen to
weird.
that episode.
You don't remember why he called her ma'am?
No.
Because it was close to mom.
But it was super Greek. It was like Kalakalakas.
I remember the
What
episode.
was it? Wait, what was it? Do you remember?
I
don't remember?
don't, but it was like a Katsalopolis or maybe
Papalophagus.
Papadopoulos.
What does that mean?
It's Webster's. Okay. It's Webster's Papadopoulos. 100%. It is Papadopoulos.
let's talk about the scooter for a second. A couple problems. And I was hoping that they had.
Thank God you didn't shift that thing into third gear.
So I wanted to go and leave a suggestion. Does everybody have a suggestion box? Not this place. I wanted to leave a suggestion to say, can you maybe raise this thing? Can you bring the fucking the cabinets? Not the cabinets.
Shelves.
Shelves. Can you bring the shelves down? In the goddamn supermarket. It's me screaming at the fucking Food Lion.
Yeah.
For people to help me.
Get me that Lucky Charms.
Able body.
He is the angry person in the car.
Oh, God, he was.
Oh, yeah.
No, here's the best part. As I'm going through, there were people
We were at the
blocking
tweeter.
fucking lines. People
You know how
were
many
trying to
ankles
cut
he
me
ran
off.
over today?
It was crazy. But what did I get?
So funny.
Cherry pies and apple pies. You want to know why? because they were fucking sight level. I could grab them. Like, these look delicious. They put them for the people that can't fucking walk around.
And being in the industry, they put him in the center aisle, so you have no choice except in the cart, you're running into him. So he was literally running into it, and they were falling into his cart, and he's like, oh well.
You know what? You did have one today, though. We do need to clarify this. Did they taste as good as they look?
Oh, listen, of course I'm gonna have one. They were absolutely delicious.
Couldn't
but
wait.
If I'm in a cart, what's that?
We should bring them. We should bring the pies down. We should all have a taste test.
No, we're not gonna have a goddamn taste test of my pies. We're gonna my pies are gonna ease the fuck out. We're not
settle down over there.
This isn't a goddamn.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yeah, we're not that. The sky's not. The fucking world's not ending. We're not eating my pies.
He rationed those out for his whole ride home.
The pies are in case there's a tsunami.
I thought that we were gonna actually like taste test your pies.
Oh, they're fucking delicious. You would
Cherry
love
pies.
you know what?
There's a
You're
microwave
being
down here.
dick, so we can't do it.
You would love those
You
pies.
can warm them up down here.
You would love them.
Be a dick.
So I went through, and as so that was lower level. I picked up some pies. Steve
We call them.
You
Sorry,
need to.
it's
They are
Stingray
not
from now
legit
on.
pies.
And I
So the
apologize.
Stingray was following you around the grocery store.
I apologize.
Just giggling.
Goddamn Stingray.
Stingray
was
man.
right on my fucking tail. So I was trying to go faster. And as I was going faster, there was somebody in the freezer section that I decided I saw this horn knob. I'm gonna try this goddamn horn. And I thought it was gonna be like a Dukes of Hazzard. Like I thought we were gonna have a fucking great time. I was gonna fucking jump over the goddamn avocados.
The highway.
It's gonna be great.
Like you do.
I fucking hit this goddamn thing. I went beep, just a regular beep. Doesn't matter. Somebody jumped into the freezer. I swear to God, the guy literally jumped into the freezer and goes, I'm sorry. And I'm like, fuck, this is great. Everybody knows what this is. Did you know what it is? When people hit the horn on those electric scooters? No, but did you know what the horn sounded like? See? No one's ever beeped at you.
Hold on. Can I add to this real quick? Hold on.
The emergency broadcast section.
So Fiddly Brian and I are ready to go. We're both like ready to get out of the store.
They're in the car.
And we cannot find Stingray or Don. So we're walking around. We literally are walking the aisles, and all of a sudden I hear I knew exactly where Don was. And what do I see? I wish this was on video because I see this long ass arm from Stingray waving at me that he now found me at the other end of the aisle. Like he was a lost kid trying to get home. I'm over here.
Oh, so I wanted to be saved.
Yes, and
following him around.
But the horn.
He was my able body.
I'm like,
he was my able body.
Nobody else would be hitting the horn like this.
ABH.
Finally, to end this. God damn it. These guys would not stop shopping. We finally get to the...
These guys, we're in the checkout line waiting for this.
Please tell me you're telling the checkout story.
Yes, we're at the checkout.
This is my favorite part of the whole goddamn thing.
We're at the checkout line.
Fiddly Don had to go down every aisle.
By the way, yeah, I went down the checkout line.
He's uncomfortably close to the people in front of him.
And mind you, he's not an expert at this device yet, so all the Hershey bar and the gum, he's hitting it at the checkout lane.
Yeah, all sorts of shit have now fucking hit the ice. I hit the ice thing.
Didn't you put the water on there too? And he's like,
That's what he's getting to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So. Now listen.
Stingray Steve's getting a little excited over here.
Can I tell it?
I forgot.
You're going to tell it in a second, but I just want to set this up by saying that, remember, I'm in this electric cart. No scooter. Nobody is helping me. I have to reach for the divider. I'm reaching. I almost have to get out of the goddamn. I can't get out of this thing.
Not with those bad knees you have.
Yeah, I've got bad knees.
Did they see you in the ocean earlier?
Yeah. I saw the lifeguard.
So that's why they knew he had bad knees.
Yeah. He's like, listen, this motherfucker's been thrown around.
You skipping into the store.
Everybody sees me skipping. When I skip, everybody sees me skip.
That's why they didn't help you.
Now, so the best is there's a super old lady, and this old lady, and I.
Sure.
There were 72 still
okay,
available.
is this what we're doing? You're just gonna go ahead and take my shit, because here's the thing, you're 100% correct. Like, I looked at her and she goes, "Is there anyone that can help me in my car?"
Oh, that's right.
And I'm like, fuck, I can. And I left the scooter. I got up, wheeled her shit out, put her bag walks in, and she had a shit ton of them.
That was like a NASCAR unload.
You have been healed.
No, what they said is, who the fuck's coming back to get the scooter?
Actually, they offered him a
scooter's
job
now
right on the spot.
blocking a whole-
He was offered a job
Yeah.
right on the spot.
This fucking scooter is blocking checkout line 19.